Hey, so this is the Edge 4x8 plasma table. It's actually a little bit over 4x8. It's probably 52 inches by 9 foot long. And this is a downdraft tabletop. We have an exhaust system, and it also has the rollers for basically putting your material and rolling it in. This is the controller, so it's a standalone controller. It has all the operation features right here, and this is your torch height setting, and it comes with 120 amp plasma power. So generally with 120 amp you should be able to cut up to 1 inch thick mild steel. So this controller basically is the main thing that controls the machine. So you have your shape library that you can select from. It has a bunch of shapes and that you can select and easily basically cut them out without having to do any kind of CAD/CAM programming. And this is your manual operation. So if you want to jog the machine, so we're going at a low speed, then you can go high speeds. So this is the high speed of the machine for jogging. And if we need to home the machine, so we can home the machine and it basically zeroes itself out. So the machine moves until it finds all the homing sensor, and that's where it zeroes itself. This side away. So now that it's homed, you can just basically move it. So let's say this is a 3/8 sheet of steel that I want to cut. So basically I can move the machine to where I need to do the cutting. Connect the ground out. So you will have to connect this ground. It's easier to connect it to the base of the machine at the bottom, and then also ground the whole machine to the earth ground. So right now, let's say I want to cut it here. So I move the machine to where I need to cut it. And you either load your Gcode file or select from the library. Let's say we want to cut a circle. It asks you what's the diameter. So it's 50 millimeter. Let's do 30 millimeter diameter. And then we have 5 millimeter lead in and 5 millimeter lead out. We're going to say, okay, go to manual operation. And we're gonna go to, sorry. I haven't used it for a bit. Yeah, sorry, we gotta go to auto. I haven't used the controller for a while, so we go to auto and then we go to other. So we just want to contour this workpiece and see how much material we need. So if I press contour, it shows us how much of the material it's going to be cutting out. So that seems to be okay. We set our torch height feedback, so it's about 124, 125 is okay. We can set up our height delay, so I have it to 0.4. So this is basically how close the piercing is going to be. So I'm going to set it at 3 millimeter or 3 seconds. And feed rate, right now we have it at about 8,000. So we're going to set it to 3,000 millimeter per second. And that should be it. And the plasma power, I set the power to about 120. So because of this 120, then we can cut it quite fast, so 3,000 millimeter per second. We can move the machine, we can move the Z-axis down. So yeah, we move the Z-axis down until your torch touches the material, and then it automatically lifts up to whatever we set the IHS height. So now that we set our coordinate system, then we can basically just press start and it's going to run. Then I can turn the exhaust on. that's the circle.